Hello everyone and welcome to True Squadron, and today we'll be discussing why the First Order is the deadliest faction in Star Wars. First, I will start off by saying that the First Order has so much potential in the sequel trilogy. They were imposing and threatening in episodes 7 and 8, but in 9, the whole faction somehow gets destroyed after the Battle of Exegol, where the galaxy rises up against the tyranny and oppression. Besides all that, I still believe that they are the deadliest faction in Star Wars, and here's why. One being that the First Order is the Empire, but without the politics of running a galaxy. Now let me explain. The First Order pure goal was galactic domination, and they did not care what means they had to do so. They literally destroyed 5 planets and took thousands of children from their families to create their own stormtroopers with unmatched loyalty. No longer do they conscript some random Joe from the Outer Rim, but they train their fighting force from birth, basically without cloning. The First Order was also the underdogs, with their predecessor losing the last war, meaning they had more motivation and withdrawal than ever before. Secondly is, they built themselves up in the unknown regions, meaning they had no law or regulations on their ships and equipment. Companies such as Blastech Industries and Mirson Munitions merging to create everything the First Order requires. The First Order would have no problem with resources and manpower. Even though they were smaller than the Empire, they founded themselves on more quality ships than quantity. Now let's talk about their ships. Of course, since the First Order is way down the timeline, meaning the technology has advanced quite a bit. For example, their TIE fighters now have shielding, unlike the Empire, and their main capital ship, the Resurgent class Star Destroyer, is a beast and is far superior than the Imperial 1s and Imperial 2s of the past. Other ships include the Mandator IV class Siege Dreadnought with its massive fleet-killing orbital bombardment cannons. And of course, the Supremacy, a mega-class Star Destroyer being the only one ever in existence. The Supremacy not only could carry entire armies into battle, but also serve as an industrial complex on a vast scale. Its enormous shipyards and manufacturing facilities can assemble and repair vehicles from Scoutwalkers to Star Destroyers. Now let's talk about their leadership. This is where you can have a little debate in this discussion, I believe. But in my opinion, I believe they have great leadership. Snoke seems to be all-powerful and knowing. But, wait, I guess I should say Palpatine? Well, anyways, the First Order only has the best of the Imperial leaders that came together in the unknown regions, and their children would grow up with only seeking to be the best at war to get vengeance to honor their family. Now, let's talk about a time where the First Order and Kylo Ren actually do what the Empire and Vader failed in the past. This is a massive engagement between the First Order and the Benethi, which are giant beast creatures that are native to this planet. A battle begins with massive AT-ATs, AT-STs, and stormtroopers of both eras engaging the Benethi, where Darth Vader and Kylo Ren lead their respected armies. Now, I'm not saying that Kylo Ren is more powerful than Darth Vader, because that's just not true. But the ingenuity of how Kylo and the First Order won the battle gave them the day against the Benethi. I hope I enlightened you today on how the First Order is the deadliest faction in Star Wars. But of course, this is all my own opinion. I personally really loved how the First Order was portrayed. I just loved all the designs of the stormtroopers and just gave us a new generation of the Empire, basically. So I really appreciated that. It gave us some new Star Destroyers and stuff like that, even though they weren't so original in some aspects of just having basic TIE fighters and just other basic Imperial stuff. But I do appreciate the aspect of how the Empire was transformed into the First Order to try to retake the galaxy. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all next time.